People's minds are about to be blown. This is about to be revolutionary as fuck.
Don't stop, I'm getting nervous. Hi, Queen.
Hi! So hello, welcome to Collage with Khushi. I'm here with the beautiful Catalina.
So, my name is Catalina. I like to go by Katusha. I'm 22 years old and I was born and raised in Miami, Florida. I lived there most of my life. I have my family's from Spain and from Colombia, and I am now currently studying at TED, doing creative direction in fashion. And right now I'm focusing my art and my passions on creative direction, art direction, film photography, and also freelance modeling and editorial writing.
Okay, bet. So this is just like all my stuff. But I have so on top I have a lot of scraps. These are all the books and magazines. So she also brought us tea.
Some peppermint tea. I actually got really deep into peppermint tea for some reason because I heard it had anti-androgenic effects, so it helps with hormonal acne.
Oh.
More so spearmint tea than peppermint tea, but same shit, different shape.
You started as a nursing major. Can you explain your transition from science to a fashion creative directing outlet, and what are some of the internal and external struggles of pursuing art?
I got into FIU right after high school, and I started doing natural and applied sciences to essentially just do all of my pre-nursing requisites.
Yeah.
I did all of them, and I noticed in the process of doing so that I didn't find myself very attached or passionate towards what I was studying, what I was doing. Like, I didn't feel that sense of motivation to learn more, and I feel like I wasn't doing it so much for the sole purpose of like being able to help people. I wasn't having that so much in mind, and I was more so looking for the associations of what it is to be a nursing major or being in the healthcare industry and like the profiting that comes from it. That was very challenging because I feel like I was like in this tug of war of wanting to break out of that and wanting to explore other things, because I feel like I didn't explore myself that much in high school. Yeah, I found myself like being unable to really make that decision, and I was in like this paralysis until I'd say the end of my second year of college. And in that moment I generally made the leap out of nowhere to go to Florence, and I did a certificate course in fashion design, merchandising, and media. And since that moment and that year that I experienced here in Florence, that's how I knew I wanted to study fashion.
Was like choosing to do fashion, like you said fashion merchandising?
Fashion design, merchandising, and media.
Was that like was there a specific reason why you chose that out of all the art fields, or is there like a...
So essentially, when I was looking into programs and looking to leave abroad, because that's what I wanted to do primarily as well, just leave abroad and study in a country in which was like specialized in what I was going to go into, such as Italy.
Yeah.
And that course specifically had so many different courses, and it was so broad and versatile that I felt like I can learn so many different facets of the fashion industry. In experiencing those things, you allow yourself to know what you want to narrow yourself down to and the things that you don't like, because obviously there's going to be things that you don't enjoy as much or that you don't find so much passion in.
To all the people who are currently in your position, right, where they're like, I'm STEM and like I want to pursue art, like what would be like an inspirational speech, like a mini inspirational speech, something to kind of like you wish you heard at the time when you were going through this transition that would have made you feel a lot better about going through it?
It's okay to feel that fear, and I think it's totally normal considering the associations that we have to certain careers and the traditional mindsets in which might have been implemented into us when we were like at a young age. And it's okay to want to explore and to try different things, but thinking about it on its own, like you're not going to be able to experience that without actually taking that risk. You take that risk if you literally like jump first in the water and you don't even think about it. And again, it's okay to embrace the feelings that come with it, the emotions, the fear, the uncertainty, but being comfortable in that uncertainty and being comfortable in that gray area that you will be in for a while, especially at this time of our lives in our 20s.
Wait, why'd that motivate me? I like.
We are taught and conditioned to associate uncertainty with danger. Predict, because we have a very linear way of thinking as human beings. If I don't know what the fuck is like up ahead of me, I don't know what's coming up, I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm going to avoid it. I'm going to stay in the zone of comfort in which I can predict the outcome, in which I know what's going to happen. And in conditioning ourselves to be like that and to avoid danger, yes, it keeps us safe, but at the same time it restricts us so much. Because within that danger, or that perceived danger, within the unknown, there's so many different positive outcomes that can occur, just like negative ones, but the positive is there.
You just need to focus more on the positive.
Exactly. Be adaptable to different circumstances. Learn to live within fear and find the comfort in fear. It's a very weird concept, but it's generally finding comfort within discomfort.
For all of those who have not grown up in Miami, how has growing up in Miami influenced the work that you do?
Miami has such a beautiful multicultural influence, and I, of course, wouldn't be the person I am today without having been raised there. There is a lot of Colombian influence, like there is Venezuelan, like there's Cuban, Dominican, even Spaniard. So many different ways of living, so many different ideals that come with the cultural backgrounds, the culinary scene, the music scene. Everything is so different, and throughout those different things you get so many different sources of inspiration. It's what primarily got me inspired to start writing in poetry. And it's kind of weird because I feel more comfortable speaking in English, but I feel like I can express myself better in writing in Spanish.
What is like one piece of work that you've done that was like heavily inspired by like Miami culture? Like
I have one.
You do?
I have a poem.
You have a poem?
Yes, I actually wrote a goodbye letter to Miami, and overall encapsulating like my perception of Miami. Like I made her into a persona.
People's minds are about to be blown. This is about to be revolutionary as fuck.
Don't stop, I'm getting nervous. The name was Mi Carta Miami, which is like my letter to Miami essentially. Nunca sales despeinada, pulida, maquillada y con las uñas arregladas, refinada, modernista, vibrante y energética, hasta dirían que eres un poco ecléctica. I perceive Miami as a very polished and clean looking, almost like manicured woman. A woman that's upkept.
Like chic.
Very chic. A woman that's always trying to, almost like a bit perfectionist in a sense.
Yeah.
As I think that's how I perceive Miami to be. It's very beautiful. It's very modern, cosmopolitan, multicultural, and manicured, but it does have that perfectionist aspect to it. And she's very glamorous, but she also puts up a front. En tu corazón resuena el latido de los tambores, donde se juntan a bailar todos tus amores. So since Miami is so multicultural and it's very heavy in the music scene, especially like in Latin music, I'm saying like in your heart I can hear the pulsating of the drums, where all of your loves reunite to dance. Obviously this isn't a great translation. It probably sounds terrible, but I'm like kind of trying to correlate like her heartbeat to like the sound of drums, so the sound of the music, and where all of her loved ones like come and reunite. So it's almost like how music unites people in Miami, and how South American music particularly, like it's such a way of connecting amongst the people of Miami.
I'm gonna make this shit bigger.
I'm loving the pink.
Yeah, this Totomoto wrapping is very like
Gorgina.
Yeah. I feel like you came so dressed and like nice and chic, and I'm like here like in my PJs.
No, girl, you're looking gorgeous. Don't worry. More pink.
There's a lot of ways that people interpret spirituality. So like how do you kind of interpret spirituality? What meaning does it give to you in like your life? And
I wouldn't say I haven't been conditioned to believe in spirituality, but I did resonate to it at a very young age. My parents never imposed any religion or beliefs onto me. And so they kind of gave me the free will to kind of decide what to believe in. I feel like I had that openness to kind of like explore it on my own to experiment it, to read more about it and see whether it was something I connected to or not. I like to have a very broad view in the things I believe in, because I believe in spirituality, but I'm also highly influenced by scientific research, scientific beliefs, psychological research. So it's something that my mom and I both believe in. We kind of already choose the life that we go into prior to being born. I chose my friendships. I've already chosen my family prior to being brought into this world, into this universe. I chose my partners. I chose what school I go to. I chose basically all the outcomes that I'm currently experiencing, but before having been born. Choose a particular family in order to break certain generational cycles, or what we call in Spanish patrones, that we might be carrying from previous lives.
Using that rationale, when something, let's say, out of your control happens to you, how do you, what would be the logic and reasoning? Is it oh, this is meant to happen based off the choices that I've already made?
Let's say, for instance, I get into a difficult relationship. The logic that would come to mind, in accordance to my belief, would be okay, before being born, I chose this person. I have a certain cycle in my family, a generational cycle in which I need to break during my timeline here, during the lives that I'm going to live here, however many they are. I have been given the opportunity to live in order to break free from that and free my future family, if the family line continues, of course.
Yeah.
From that, I won't enter into a state of regret. I'll try to see it from the mindset of I needed to be here, I needed to experience this, I needed to love this person, I needed to fall out of love with this person, I needed to experience this sort of hurt and break out of the cycle that my family and I have been experiencing.
It gives you a sense of control in a way.
Yes.
Allows for a sense of control. Fourth question. So how has your understanding of love evolved over time? And this can be in any sense, romantic, platonic, familial, individual.
My perception of love and how it has changed over the years. So I was really having a conversation with one of my close friends about this yesterday, but I think that I have learned so much more about love being outside of a relationship than being in one.
True.
I feel like I got to dive so much deeper into who I am as a person, into these little things about me, in which kind of went undiscovered when I was in a relationship, because you're so busy occupying your time loving and getting to know someone else, and that time that you're using towards trying to love someone else, you're not trying to learn how to love who you are. And in my time being single and becoming a young adult, I think I've been able to grow up with myself more and spend so much time with myself and grow into this woman that I'm much prouder of. And
what's something that you discovered about yourself that through this process of being single and learning more about love in your own way?
I can be very perfectionist, and that's not good. I very hard on myself when it comes to that, and it does sometimes I can see it can interfere with my creative process and work as well, because I'm not letting things flow. The expectations I would have of the people around me,
that you expect them to also kind of fall in that
and conform.
pattern. Yeah,
exactly. And I think that's one of the things I learned about myself when in this time being single, and learning how to let go of that feeling, how to shake it off, to understand that I don't have to be extraordinary at all given moments of my life, that it's okay to make mistakes.
Because I imagine to come to this realization, you probably started at a point where love was oh, it's this big, hot, heavy thing, you know? There are things that kind of you experienced that made you realize that's not the case. It's supposed to be not intense and slow and consistent.
I think I confuse adrenaline and generally being stressed most of the time for passion, and I think that's the mistake that some people make. That it shouldn't feel like a tug of war, a push and pull, uncertainty. Yes, it is addictive, and it feels good. It's like a drug.
Yeah.
But it's not stable, and real long-lasting relationships need to have that like underlying solid foundation. So, yeah.
I'm like silence. Like, wow, is this frontal lobe development? Like this?
My frontal lobe is like pulsating as we speak.
Okay, wait. Oh my god. I feel like I want to talk to you about like how that hit so fucking hard, but like I can't because it has to do with my like past. What do you make of that?
You want me to tell you something?
Yeah.
I felt every single word that just came out of your mouth. Wow. It just that hit close to home. Like that genuinely like you wow.
No, do you see why what you're saying
Yes.
is hitting so
I'm like-
hard? I'm like, oh my
Okay, I think we might have very parallel experiences. That feeling lasted for about 2.5 more years.
I'm gonna feel like this for 2 years.
Here's the thing, but feel it out. Like, never resist what's coming up and just
Just like feel.
Just feel. Writing or, like journaling it out, or maybe, like, it's like redirecting that energy, that frustration, sadness, whatever, onto something tangible.
Yeah.
Maybe even like this.
Trust me, I've been writing.
My way and my form of writing, it actually started off very different. It was much more simplistic. It was in English. And I connected to it in that moment, and it was like the premature way of expressing myself. But it was an outlet because I was able to genuinely get out things in which, like, get things and emotions out in which I truly didn't understand internally, like, and I got them out externally, like onto a piece of paper. And I began to comprehend where I was coming from and what I was experiencing. I think sometimes to understand our internal world, we need to see it like in a tangible form. I feel like exposing yourself to a new environment when you are going through something like that, especially in the environment that you've been stuck in for so long.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes it much more challenging to get out of that state of mind when you are faced with the same people and circumstances, when you're exposed to that same similar comforting environment. So
yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't want to get you sad.
It's okay. No. It's like I feel like this is stuff that I need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like glad that I'm hearing it. Oh, okay. We're fine. We're okay. We're fine. We're okay.
Brain is a bitch sometimes.
The brain is a bitch.
Ugh. What are you thinking of?
I have to show. I think I have to show you because I think once I show you, let me just show you. Like. Yeah.
Trust me that I feel you.
This is the final. Cute. And this is the other final. Oh god. Yeah. Thank you for opening my mind a little bit.
We have also been nothing but respectful, and we've been very vulnerable.
I have so much more to tell you.
Oh baby, me too.
Okay. So we're about to open up to each other hella. So bye.
Bye.
Bye.